Welcome back, guys. It is LaughNgamez, and today we're going to be doing another Minecraft video. So basically this one is meant for the Minecraft community prison, and it's going to be another example of drugs in Minecraft. Now today I'm just going to be showing sort of like a rough concept of some scrappily putting together cigarettes, I guess you could say. So basically I'm going to be showing off how cigarettes are created, used, and just sort of an example of how the general idea for creating drugs on the Minecraft community prison server is going to work. Okay, so it's going to start out that you're going to need to create a tool called a sickle. If you don't know what a sickle is, it's used for harvesting grass and other things of that sort. So basically, to create a sickle, you're going to have to harvest one kind of each log. Now basically the reason for this is just so that people simply to encourage sort of exploring or trading, or something that's sort of not super convenient to get just for super, say, rich people on the server or whatever. Okay, so now I've collected one of each kind of log in Minecraft that there currently is. And I'm also going to need to collect 16 string and 32 iron, which we'll actually be finishing in a second. So basically all this grass behind me is going to be, I'm going to show how harvesting it works. Okay, so I'm going to collect the 32 iron. I've got the 32 iron, and now I'm going to create a sickle, and I'm going to do that simply by shifting and right clicking on an iron block, which for now is sort of the crafting table of drugs in a sense. Now I'm going to pick up my sickle, and for now it's going to look like all these items are still in my inventory, but they're not. They're just sort of phantom and aren't really meant to be there. But if you just give me 1 second, because I believe I may have forgotten something here and don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, so now I've got my sickle. I created it from all the wood and iron, so this is sort of like the generic tool for harvesting anything to do with drugs in a sense. Okay, so now I've got my sickle. I'm gonna go and harvest seeds as you would normally. Now the thing is with seeds is you can get them just by punching normally in Minecraft, and say it'll drop like these normal seeds which are used to grow wheat. But if you break grass by using a sickle, there's a chance that it will drop another sort of seed which is known as a tobacco seed. Now sometimes it can take a second to harvest one, but it's a fairly low chance, but it's enough. Okay, there we go. Now I actually harvested 2 right there, and it sort of showed off another thing I was going to do. Okay, so just by chance I managed to harvest, say, 2 tobacco seeds. It'll say you found tobacco seeds, and it also said, congrats, your harvest level increased. Now basically I had set my harvest level to be at the value of sort of where it was close to leveling up. Now basically, how am I going to describe this? Okay, so we'll just focus on the tobacco seeds first. So I harvested 2 tobacco seeds by randomly breaking tall grass. There's a chance it'll drop it at a time. Okay, so now I've got these 2 tobacco seeds. I'm going to want to plant these. So tobacco seeds just drop from normal grass by just say harvesting it or whatever. So now I'm going to want to till ground like I would when planting anything, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on top of the ground shifting and right click, and now that's going to sort of plant a tobacco bush. This is what they look like for now. You're just going to have to ignore them, and sometimes they disappear. Just ignore that for now. But the key point right now is this block of bedrock. That basically represents a tobacco seed that's growing at the moment, and with it at a random amount of time it's going to grow up. So we're going to leave these 2 sitting here for now. Now that actually caused the other one to disappear, so we'll just leave that one sitting there. And I'll also describe sort of the leveling in a sense. So basically I harvested 2 tobacco seeds and leveled up. Now basically normally, say you were a new player or you had just respawned, you would harvest 1 tobacco seed whenever you managed to find tobacco seed. But then say you harvested 10 in a row, you would level up, and then each time you harvested tobacco seed, you would harvest more. So now I can view that by typing /skill. There's a lot of, it's jumbly right now, but basically it says my seed harvest skill is 1, and then seed harvest next level at 10, you're level 1. So when my level of 1 becomes 10, I'll start harvesting more. Now, so that's all we need to worry about with that for right now. And I'm actually just sort of going to watch paint dry here for a second. And when that is done, and when this plant grows, I'll show you sort of the next step towards creating cigarettes and tobacco and whatnot. So I'll be right back when that is done. Okay, so we're back, and I messed up by leaving my mic muted while I did this part before, so I already did this, so we're just going to quickly do it again. Okay, so basically, say this tobacco seed had suddenly grown, as it would have eventually after, assuming the player stood around it, it would eventually grow, the bedrock would turn into this tobacco bush. Now, and then I could harvest that, say, with the sickle, and it would give me tobacco. Now that I'd have this tobacco, all I would need else to turn tobacco into cigarettes is paper, rolling paper, and so I will give myself some paper, and I'll show how that works. Right now it's a fairly simple process, but all I have to do to create tobacco is to create cigarettes is to simply roll the tobacco by right-clicking on an iron block to craft cigarettes, and it'll use the paper, and it will also it'll also use tobacco, and then it will give cigarettes. So there you go. I created cigarettes. That's just sort of a rough idea of how things with cigarettes and Minecraft drugs will work. There'll be more later, probably, videos properly describing how to create all this stuff, because it is going to be fairly complicated for someone with no idea. But thanks for watching. These drugs will eventually be implemented on the Minecraft Community Prison server, and see you later. The IP will be in the description.